Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Nishchita, and first up, the Supreme Court today questioned why self-proclaimed Godman Nityananda had any objection to undergo a potency test. A Supreme Court bench headed by Justice Rangan Prakash Desai requested Nityananda to cooperate with the probe and undergo the required procedure. They also highlighted that without the potency test, the investigations will fall apart. Remember, Nityananda had moved the apex court against the High Court order to order a potency test. My colleague Arun joins us with more details on this. Well, Arun, what more can you tell us?
Nishita, just an update first. As we speak, the hearing is still on as far as this particular case is concerned, which involves the controversial godman Nityananda. And as you rightly pointed out, the bench headed by Justice Rangan Prakash Desai has raised a question as to why Nityananda does not want to undergo the potency test. And they have also said that if the potency test is undertaken, then all the allegations and counter-allegations and all the issues related to potency test and other relevant issues would be immediately falling by the wayside. But as we speak, remember, what we are given to believe is that the hearing is still on, but more or less what has happened is that the judge, Honorable Supreme Court judge, has indicated that he is not inclined to saying no or agreeing with the petition filed by Nityananda that there should be no potency test. Now, that does not mean he is endorsing the fact that there should be a potency test. He has merely asked a question to the counsel of Nityananda as to why his client is refusing a potency test. So, we will have to wait for the final verdict. But clearly, it looks like a case where the judge is posing the question directly to Nityananda and asking him, why are you not keen on a potency test? Also, remember, at this point of time, we will have to wait and watch, because remember, the state government council was ticked off last time around because the affidavit had not been filed. So we will have to wait and watch as to whether the affidavit that the state government was expected to file, remember that affidavit, there was a 1-week window which had been offered to the state government on August 5th. But since the government council said that signatures were not forthcoming, they were not able to file it last time around, that is on August 12th. So we will have to wait and watch whether the affidavit is filed, and what importantly is the fallout of this hearing, whether the Supreme Court will say it in black and white that the potency test will have to be undertaken by Nityananda or not, Nishita.
Right. Thank you for joining us with all those details there, Arun. Well, there we have it. The Supreme Court now demanding answers from Nityananda. Let's not forget that this is in connection to the sexual assault cases that were registered against the self-styled Godman after the controversial sex tape had emerged. Nityananda, in his defense, had gone on to state that he is impotent and hence is incapable of performing any sexual act, and that is the reason why all the allegations against him are false. Following which, a lower court had ordered a potency test against Nityananda. He had challenged it in the High Court. The High Court had upheld the order, after which he moved the apex court. The apex court, after initially stalling the procedure, decided to probe it further, and now during the hearing has gone on to question Nityananda why he is reluctant to undergo a potency test, as it is only to verify his own claims. Well, it is a massive protest in support of the 362 KAS probationers at the Freedom Park. Traffic snarls were witnessed in and around the Freedom Park today, and it looks like a standoff between cops and protesters is on the cards. H.D. Kumaraswamy arrived a little late, and just a while ago he came in. The rally is expected to kickstart shortly and reach Vidhana Saudha, but the police have warned the protesters and have said that they will not be allowed to stage the protest march. The probationers, who have been protesting since June 19th, are expected to call off the protest and adopt the legal route. Former Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy will be present, in fact has arrived at the Freedom Park today. He is also part of this protest march and will be addressing the gathering any time now. My colleague Deepak joins us with all the details from Freedom Park. Well, Deepak, tell us what are the latest updates?
There are no latest updates happening. Each one of the candidates have done with their round of speaking and expressing their grief and views about what exactly has been happening over the last month while they have been protesting. Now, each of the people, each of the leaders of various organizations who come are taking turns right now to address the crowd. However, the heat is beating down on all the people. Slowly, there are people who are leaving the venue. So we might see this entire protest which is here coming to an end. We may not see actually a march which might be carried out. However, the H.D. Kumaraswamy is yet to address the crowd. So while he comes out, we'll have to wait and watch what he'll have to say, Nishita. But as of now, the leaders of various organizations are speaking about how the government has ignored the plight of these KS candidates, and also speaking about how the government has done, and most of the topics here is revolving around Siddaramaiah and how he has ignored various other aspects where actually there has been prominent corruption, while he has highlighted corruption in this 2011 batch of KPSC candidates and actually targeted them. So most of them have been speaking about that, but we will have to wait and watch while Kumaraswamy comes to the dais and what he has to say.
Absolutely, and also at this point in time we understand that despite the police warnings, the protesters are adamant on taking out their protest march.
As of now, there's no word on that, Nishka, right here. It depends on what they will have to do after that. As of now, everyone is still seated where they are. Only a few people have left the venue because they were seated probably for lunch. They have been discussing, because even to grab a glass of water is a little difficult while they're seated right in the middle. So, the word of a protest march being carried out from here, there's no such thing happening as of now. But however, as I said, after Kumaraswamy comes to the dais and what he takes a call, probably result in the march. As of now, it does not look like there will be a march. However, these are just speculations that we can make. It's only Kumaraswamy who will come to the dais who can answer these questions.
Right. Thank you for joining us with all those details there, Deepak. Let's also listen to what one of the protesters from the STPI had to say.
See, we are with these candidates for the past 1.5 years since the injustice started. It is totally an injustice done to the genuine candidates who studied hard, who sacrificed their whole life for becoming KS officers. Now, for 2 or 3 candidates, or maybe even 5% of candidates who have done something wrong, we should punish those people who have done the wrong thing. But here, what is happening in Karnataka is they are punishing the students, the candidates who have sacrificed their whole life to clear this examination. What message we are sending to the youth? That is one larger question we have to ask here. And the second thing here is, these guys are struggling for more than 1.5 years. And we are with these people for nearly 1.5 years. We see them, and they will lose hope. There will be a psychological burden for them, for their whole family. I am telling you, this is not just with 362 candidates. It is going to ruin the life of more than thousands of people who are associated with them. Someone from Bellary, whose mother is working as a housemaid, she became a KAS officer. Someone from Bangalore, who was an IT engineer, who quit his job and he cleared as an KAS officer. So what are we giving as an example for the future is a larger question here. And the Karnataka government, the Siddaramaiah government of the Congress party is behaving such irresponsibly that for the 1.5 years these voices are unheard. And nobody is in appropriate discussion with us. That is the larger problem we are facing here. And we still have faith that there will be justice delivered to these guys. And we hope SDPI is always there with them, and we will be there with them. Today there is a larger protest to happen, and we will walk to the Vidhan Saudha of Karnataka, and we want to say this message that there is a larger crowd with them, and we will not leave this matter to die, and we will take this to the court, and we will fight there, and we will make sure that justice is delivered to these 362 candidates. And this marks as an example for the future that somebody works hard, somebody sacrifices his life, and who cleared the examination will be delivered justice, and we will make sure that happens. And SDPI and other political parties and progressive organizations are always with them, and we will certainly stand with them.
Well, of course, the massive crowds gathering has raised questions on the kind of arrangements that have been put in place by the police to ensure that no untoward incident takes place. Let's listen to what one of the officials had to say.
Regarding today's protest, we have made elaborate bandobast in and around Freedom Park. We have deployed 6 ACPs, 17 inspectors, and around somewhere near 500 total police personnel here. Apart from that, 10 KSRP platoons are also deployed. We have made bandobast in Freedom Park and on the roads, Seshadripuram Road, Seshadri Junction, Kalidas Road, Palace Road, also elaborate police bandobast have been made. And also apart from this, traffic officers and staff, they have also made the elaborate bandobast for the parking and the free movement of the traffic. We were told yesterday by protesters that they will start at 10:30 or 11 o'clock, so though I don't know what time they will start, it's left to them. And we have been told that they will have a meeting here only and they will conclude here in Freedom Park.
Well, the JDS has expressed its support with the protesters and those expressing their solidarity with the 362 probationary officers. Let's listen to what one of the JDS protesters had to say.
Whatever the fasting we have taken from the past 30 days, the fight, whatever we have taken again is to the government, but it has not given us any justice actually. So ultimately the court battle, whatever we have thought of, that one we are filing it tomorrow. So we are concluding the fight today itself. So we want to give a strong message to the public as well as to the government that these are all the public are supporting us in favor of us. Actually, there are 3 plea whatever we are requesting to the court actually. So one is a conditional offer what we are requesting, and one more is the geo squash, and one more is to get the stay for the 362 post. See, we have already taken a consultation of all the senior advocates, and whoever has fought for, that is a BB Achara, whoever has fought for us for the stay vacate just 2-3 months back. So we have consulted him, and we have consulted another 2-3 advocates. So I think it will take at least minimum 6 months. That is what we are.
Well, in fact, the protests are only getting louder and louder in Freedom Park, but at the same time, a lot of inconvenience to commuters outside Freedom Park because there is a lot of rush, a lot of restrictions that have been put in place. In fact, the police has advised and warned motorists to avoid roads near Freedom Park next to Maharani's College, and has also asked commuters to take a left near Oakleypuram Railway Underbridge. Those going southwards or towards Majestic need to take a right at Oakleypuram Junction and reach Magadi Road and then take Binni Mill Road. In fact, Anand Rao Circle flyover will be closed, and those coming from Malleshwaram and Rajaji Nagar have to reach Basaveshwara Circle near RC Circle at the junction of Palace Road and Racecourse Road. From Basaveshwara Circle, motorists can move towards KR Circle via Palace Road. Commuters can take Sheshadripuram Main Road to reach Majestic. Those coming from Vijayanagar and Magadi Road need to reach Hunasemarada Junction and take a left to reach Binni Mill Road and Sirsi Circle to go southwards. In fact, parking curbs are also in place on Palace Road from Maharani Circle and near Freedom Park.